Hi friends, my name is Nandita. I am from Andhra Pradesh.
Good morning dear students. Today we are going to discuss about locomotion and movement from chapter 20 biology class 11 CBSE syllabus. Children, let us discuss about appendicular skeleton. Appendicular skeleton is made up of girdles, pectoral and pelvic and limb bones, forelimb and hindlimb. Pelvic and pectoral girdle supports hindlimb and forelimb respectively. Each girdle is formed of two halves. The appendicular skeleton consists of 126 bones. Pectoral girdle, shoulder bone or pectoral girdle. The shoulder bone is formed by the collarbone and the shoulder blade. It is attached to the upper part of the rib cage and to the upper arm bone. The shoulder blade is attached to backbone by muscles to allow the free movement of the shoulder. Pectoral girdle consists of 4 bones, 2 calvicles and 2 spiculae. The clavicle or collarbone is a slender S-shaped bone that articulates with the manubrium of the sternum. Scapula. Scapula is the large triangular flat bone situated in the dorsal part of the thoracic between the second and seventh ribs. The dorsal flat triangular body of the scapula has slightly elevated ridge called the spine, which protects a flat expanded process called the acromion. Below the acromion is a depression called the glenoid cavity, which articulates with the head of the humerus to form the shoulder joint. The coracoid process is the knob-like inwardly bent fused scapula blade. Hip bone or pelvic girdle. The hip bone forms a large basin-shaped framework at the lower end of the backbone to which the legs are attached. The hip bone is also known as pelvic bone. It is made up of number of fused together by fixed joints. The thigh bones of our legs are joined to the hip bone by ball and socket joints. And each coxal bone is formed by fusion of 3 bones like ilium, ischium and pubis. At the point of fusion of the above bones is a cavity called acetabulum to which the thigh bone articulates. Ilium is a short and straight bone forming the upper broadest part of the coxa and prominence. Ischium is a elongated bone running parallel to vertebral column. It forms the middle portion of the lower part of coxa. Pubis. Pubis is the smaller bone and forms anterior portion of the lower part of the coxa of hip. Obturator foramen is present as a large oval gap between the pubis and ischium. The foramen forms passage for nerves and blood vessels. The 2 halves of pelvic girdle meet ventrally to form the pubic symphysis containing fibrous cartilage. The pelvic girdle serves several important functions in the body. It supports the weight of the body from the vertebral column. It also protects and supports the lower organs including the urinary bladder and the reproductive organs and developing facts in a pregnant woman. The pelvic girdle differs between men and women. In man, the pelvis is more massive. In women, the pelvis is more delicate. This difference reflects the woman's role in pregnancy and delivery of the children. Limb bones. Limb bones are of 2 types. One is forelimb and second one is hindlimb. Bones of hands and legs. The upper limb of human body, the shoulder to the hand, is called an arm. There are 2 arms in skeleton. The 2 arms are attached to the shoulder blade to the skeleton by ball and socket joints. Each arm consists of 3 parts: the upper arm, lower arm and a hand. The upper is the form shoulder to elbow. The upper arm consists of a single bone called humerus. The lower arm is a form of elbow to wrist. The lower arm is made up of 2 bones, radius and ulna. The upper arm bone connects to the lower arm bones by a hinge joint at the elbow. The hands consist of various small bones which forms wrist, palm and fingers. The bones of upper limb, forelimb or of man are the following: arm, branchium, humerus is 1 bone, forearm, antebranchium, radius plus ulna is 2 bones, wrist corpus, 4 plus 4 carpals and 8 bones, palm, metacarpals, 5 metacarpals or 5 bones, fingers, pharyngeal formula, 2 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, 14 bones, total one hand consists of 30 bone. Children, let us discuss about bones of forelimb. Each forelimb consists of 30 bones. Humerus or ulna bone or bone of upper arm is the longest and largest bone of the upper limb. It articulates proximally with the scapula and distally at the elbow with two ulna and radius. Humerus is characterized by the presence of deltoid tuberosity for the attachment of muscles. Distal end of the humerus at the elbow joints is a like pulley and called trochleus. Its grooves is called olecranon fossa, whose basal part is marked by supratrochlear foramen for the passage of branchial artery and nerve. Humerus is characterized by the arterial foramen. Head of the humerus articulate with the glenoid cavity of pectoral girdle. Radius is present towards the thumb side and ulna is present towards the little finger side. Radius is small and ulna is larger. Styloid process is the present in distal end of the ulna and radius both. Olecranon process is present in ulna proximally, which forms prominence of elbow. Trochlear notch is formed by ulna, which is also known as sigmoid notch. Carpus or wrist bone are 8 in number, joined to one another by ligament. Carpals are arranged in 2 rows with 4 bones in each row. Metacarpals are in 5 in number and pharyngeals are 14. Already we discussed that. The lower limbs of the body on which person walks on stands are called legs. These are 2 legs in the human body. The 2 legs are attached to the hip bone of the skeleton by a ball and socket joints. Each leg consists of 3 parts: upper leg, lower leg and foot. The upper leg is from hip to knee and the upper leg consists of single bone called femur or thigh bone. Wrist is made up of carpals, palm is made up of metacarpals and fingers are made up of phalanges. The lower leg is formed knee to ankle. The lower leg consists of 2 bones, tibia and fibula. The upper leg bone connects to lower bones with hinge joint. There is also a kneecap called patella. The foot consists of various small bones which from ankle, middle part of foot and toes. The ankle is made up of tarsals, foot is made up of metatarsals, toes are made up of phalanges. Children, let us discuss the bones of hindlimb. Bones of lower limb or hindlimb of a man are thigh bone, femur bone is 1, kneecap, patella is 1, leg, tibia and fibula are 2 bones, ankle 7 tarsals means 7 bones, sole 5 metatarsals 5 bones, phalangeals formula 2, 3, 3, 3 is equal to 14 bones. Total 30 bones are present in leg. Femur is the largest, longest and strongest bone of the body. Fova capitis is depression in the head of femur. Femur is also known as bone of thigh. Greater trochanter, lesser trochanter, third trochanter are present in femur of thigh and buttock muscles. Patellar groove is found in distal end of femur. The patella forms kneecap. Patella is formed by sigmoid bone. Fibula is also example of sigmoid bone. Tibia is a larger and also called shin bone. It bears weight of the body. Fibula is a smaller and associated with knee joints. Tarsal bones are 7 and metatarsals are 5. Already we discussed that. Ankle bones have 7 tarsals and arranged in 2 rows.